I'm not sure what we mean when we say a post-Christian world. Do we mean a Christian culture, which I think is what a lot of people are dealing with? I mean, we're certainly not talking about a theocracy formally, but you can see when people start to have that debate, you have to ask the question, what does it mean to have a Christian world if we're in a post-Christian world? And I would go back to Novak here and say, we're not advocating for a theocracy. What we're advocating for is for this culture of Christian principles to be free to bloom. Christianity fundamentally is not about coercion. So we never, that's not what we're advocating. But I think, to answer this question, you have to say, well, for the people that are worried about being in a post-Christian world, what are we losing? What do we have before that we're losing? And I think some of the answer to that is an increasingly secularized culture where Christianity is under attack. I think there's some of that. The world is always going to attack Christianity. The question is, are the commanding heights doing it? Is the state doing it? Is it hard for Christians to live out their faith in ways that they want to? And I think that's where there's some cause for concern. So if we're starting to really think about dedicating some research to this idea of religious freedom. And what does that mean to have religious freedom? Can you take your ideas into the workplace? For example, let's just use an easy example. Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday. That's a religious belief that's being brought right into a business practice. They're saying, we want to go to church. We want to observe the Sabbath. That they should, in my opinion, as a Christian and as an economist, by the way, they should be free to make that choice. But it is possible to imagine a world where the state says, well, that's living out your Christianity and oppressing people because you're not giving them the option for a chicken sandwich on Sunday afternoon. So that's where I think some of this conversation has very real concerns that we need to take into consideration. What is the limit? What limits can the state put on so-called businesses to live out their faith? And I think when you look at it deeply, we're always living out our faith, right? And so I worry a little bit about this. I don't know if that is an okay answer. Sorry.